DeSantis Presidential Campaign had a tough week. It was hit with undesirable poll numbers and the leak of a memo detailing the campaign's efforts to reassure donors. Action News Jack's Jake Stofan has more on how opinions are mixed on the health of the governor's candidacy.
Well, on one hand, you have some declaring his candidacy dead in the water. And on the other, supporters argue it's far too early to make any such suggestion. Then there are those in the middle who say the race isn't over, but it's not looking good for the Florida governor. This week, Governor Ron DeSantis' campaign was faced with a poll showing him 30 points down to former President Donald Trump in DeSantis' own home state of Florida. The very next day, a national poll showed DeSantis down a staggering 39 points to the former president. UCF political science professor Dr. Aubrey Jewett says the campaign should not take those numbers lightly.
Often if you're ahead in the polls, you say you got to run like you're 20 points down, right? Don't take anything for granted. Well, in the DeSantis case, they're actually more than 20 points down.
Confronted with the findings on Fox News, DeSantis dismissed his standings in the polls as a media narrative.
The media does not want me to be the nominee. I think that's very, very clear. Why? Because they know I'll beat Biden.
But Democratic State Representative Anna Eskamani argues the governor is in denial.
The DeSantis campaign is on life support.
She points to the confidential campaign memo published by NBC News Thursday, which lays out the campaign's strategy moving forward to reassure donors.
When you send them a warning memo, that is definitely a time to be incredibly nervous.
But Republican State Representative Sam Garrison, who has endorsed DeSantis for president, argues it's far too early to draw any conclusions.
We're still in the first week of OTAs.
He noted the state of the 2015 presidential race at this point.
Jeb Bush was the runaway frontrunner for the Republican nomination.
Jewett agreed it's too soon to declare the race over, but also agreed recent signs don't bode well for DeSantis.
They don't have to be desperate, but there has to be some energy and enthusiasm, and they have to really start moving forward because time is growing short.
When DeSantis announced his bid for the presidency back in May, the Real Clear Politics polling average showed him down 34 points to Trump. As of today, Trump's lead sits at 32.4 points. For local coverage you can count on in the studio, I'm Jake Stofan, Action News Jax.